I was honestly surprised when they announced a brand new Splatoon title just 5 years after the last one back in 2017, and on the same platform no less. When I first glanced at the debut trailer, I was initially convinced this was going to be an open world style spin-off similar to Fallout, but alas, it isn't, and upon closer inspection, there didn't seem like there was much justifying this release. Splatoon as a game should be treated like Mario Kart or Smash Brothers and only see one outing on a platform. Playing through the world premiere test fire, however, I noticed a lot of subtle difference that could potentially justify this release. One of the main differences is Splatfests are now 3-way. While you can snigger at this, it's clear that this has been done following unbalanced debacles such as the Ketchup Mayo Splatfest a few years back. While it's too early to tell if this will fix the issue, the brand new tri-color turf war really adds a new spin to everything. Halfway through the Splatfest, we get a report showing us the current results. Whoever is in the lead will have the advantage in the tri-color, competing against 2 members of each of the opposing teams. Having 3 teams on the same field is as chaotic as it sounds, and while the 2-person team sounds like it is at a disadvantage, it is possible to break through a stronghold and launch the Ultra Signal in the middle of the map, which gives that team the advantage. Another addition is the brand new training room while matchmaking, which allows you to swap your loadout and practice with your weapon. The main pillar of Splatoon 3 is still Turf War, where you play 4v4 to ink as much of the map as possible. You still have access to all the classics like Splash Shot, Roller, and NES Zapper, but you've also seen some new additions in a Splash Tana or the Tri-Stinger Bow and Arrow. While it would have been nice to see some new variety with its matches like having 5v5 or 2v2, at its core, Turf War doesn't need to change. But what has changed is my stance on motion aiming. Since the original on Wii U, I always found myself going for that twin stick option. But after this most recent world premiere, I finally got on the bandwagon. It can still be frustrating getting the reticle on the right spot, but after a few hours I knew I couldn't go back to twin sticks. One interesting new feature is the concept of rewards. After every match you'll be rewarded little achievements like who inked the most surface, or who was targeted the most. This is a nice little accomplishment even when you lose. The new overworld of Splatsville is the biggest so far we have seen from the series. While it is yet to be seen if this will be utilised to its full potential, you still have all the clothes shop to deck your Inkling out in the freshest gear possible. All items come with unique traits and you can mix and match as much as you can, and like previous games, there is a full single player campaign. At first, I was concerned it was just retreading the same as the first 2 games, with the Zapfish being stolen, but then the game swerves and gives you a campaign more similar to the Octo expansion. Armed with your little small fry friend, you will fight through several worlds with numerous challenges. Some are fairly straightforward, and others give me flashback to that damn giant 8-ball. All the other modes you've come to expect are still here, including the ranked battles, and while Rainmaker, Tower Control, Splat Zone and the like are great, it would have been nice to see a new ranked mode show up as well. 7 Run has returned as well, and this time it's available 24/7. The PvE mode has you and 3 other players fighting a horde of Salmons and harvesting eggs. Not much has changed except we now have a few new bosses, you can throw the eggs, and it looks like they even nerfed the Firefly boss. You still need to throw bombs into the target, but now he flies lower as to not as miss as easily. One new feature in Splatoon 3 is a trading card game that looks to simulate Turf War. You and your opponent attempt to fill a grid with different shapes displayed on your cards. You can't overlap, and you need to at least be touching one coloured square. I can see this being an amazing little time waster, but you'll only be able to play against NPCs at the moment as an online play update is planned for later. I will have to admit, Splatoon 3 is really doing it for me. You have all these little things that make the experience feel more than just a number increase sequel. You have a replay feature, a locker which you can deck out however you like, and then we get to the idols. While I'll be certainly missing my Dim Arena, I have seriously warmed up to Shiver, Fry, and Big Man. Although I seriously believe Nintendo missed on a big opportunity when it came to Shiver and her gender. The only real issue I have with Splatoon 3 is that it's on the same system as Splatoon 2. Stats and levels don't transfer over, so you're essentially starting from scratch, which may deter some people from coming over to the new game, and we could potentially see a division in the fanbase. Sadly, connection issues can still plague the game at times, but at the very least, things are now balanced out if you drop during a match. While I still have my concerns, Splatoon 3 still has that frustratingly addictive gameplay that we all know and love. Just stick to one tile per platform from now on.